Hey y'all, the Elevated One here, and I am back from G-Fest 2026, G-Fest 31, whatever you want to call it. This is my 4th G-Fest in a row, 4th one in the books, and this was certainly my most costliest G-Fest haul. I took over $1,400 with me, maybe even $1,500, and came back with $45 in my wallet. No regrets though, no regrets. Before figures, I just want to show you know the general stuff. The badge, I love these new badges. I didn't have a problem with like the name tags that you had to stick into your shirt, but these badges are just so cool. This is a nice blue color this year. So there's that badge, pamphlet. I can't really get into the entire shot there, but that's most of it right there. I got a few shirts, or two actually. The G-Fest shirt, the blue one. The design itself is okay, but this color combination, I'm not really big on. The white on black looked a whole lot better, but I have so many black shirts, I didn't want another one, so I went with red and blue, which are my favorite colors. And I got this awesome Terror of Mechagodzilla poster shirt. Terror of Mechagodzilla is like my top 5 Godzilla movies, and it's like it's my favorite movie in the Showa series by far. The last couple things before figures I want to show. I got 2 forms of media. I got the Anchor Bay VHS of Son of Godzilla. For the longest time, I swore the only Anchor Bay tapes were the 5 set and that puzzle piece thing. But about a year ago, I found out there was Son of Godzilla and the Sea Monster, which I never knew. And also on physical media, Son of Godzilla, the 50th anniversary DVD release. This was $15. I'm still trying to hunt down every Godzilla movie individually. Son of Godzilla was like one of the most sought after ones because I never found it for a good price until Friday morning. So I think last year I showed off my haul in like chronological order when I bought it, but I think this year I'm gonna show my haul in a way to where it progresses into like the holy grail item I got this year. Not to say that I don't like any of these figures, because that'd be pretty stupid for me to say because I spent money on them. I love all these figures, but of course there are some I love more than others. And also because some of them have issues, which I'll get into in a little bit, which I didn't notice at the time. For $65, I got the Bandai Iris, the 1995 release, or excuse me, 1999 release. Here's the tag, and I knew this thing was old. 1, because I can tell the difference between the new one and the old one. 2, this thing had like actual dust on it. I got this on Friday when I took out my luggage earlier. It still had like a speck of dust on it, which is crazy. The only thing that kind of bothers me about this figure is that it doesn't really stand straight, but you can see it down there on the feet. Her left foot isn't really planted on the ground right. It might look like I'm nitpicking here, but honestly, it's so much worse in person. Next, another figure that doesn't really stand straight, but I didn't want to pass up on it for like the 3rd year in a row. The Bandai Showa Baragon. Luckily for me, both Playmates and Bandai came out with a new Baragon mold of Showa Baragon, so this one isn't as expensive as it used to be. I think I paid $65 for this one too. No tag. I tried finding one where the horn wasn't chipped, but wasn't really successful, as you can tell. This is the best condition I found a Showa Baragon horn in, and I jumped on it. As you can see down there, his right foot isn't flat on the ground like his left one is. Maybe you can tell better there. Again, looks like I'm nitpicking, but I promise you, it's a bit jarring in person, but again, like what am I gonna do? $65 for a 30-plus-year-old figure. I kind of got what I paid for. Next is the 2022 release, the 50th anniversary Bandai Showa Hedorah. I got this from my dad for Father's Day, and when I saw it in person, I thought it looked so cool. I went to Amazon to buy myself one, and it was like way more expensive than it was when I first bought it. It was like $30, and now it's almost 40, might be even more. My friend and I got these ads for this Godzilla movie drive-in. We live nowhere near the area, so going to this is not an option for us. But if you live near Tiffin, Ohio, check it out. It seems like a really cool event they have going on. Next is a figure I passed up on 2023. I didn't think I wanted it until I saw more videos of it. 2025 was too expensive. 2026, I finally found it for a good price, $65. It's the Godzilla Store exclusive Bandai Movie Monster Series. Hell of a name. Godzilla 1984. I almost said 5, my bad. 1984. This is just an awesome figure. Again, from the front, looks amazing. And one thing that I guess these might be manufacturing errors, because I feel my Bandai figures have this too. For some reason, this is on the wrong side of this thing right here is on the wrong side of the tag, so I gotta force it to show it this way. This is supposed to be what's my Hedorah? It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to show out. This white part is supposed to be on the side of the tag where the monster is, but for some reason, sometimes whoever tags these figures does it wrong, and it comes like this, so then you have to kind of force it to be like this. One of my Shin Godzillas is like this. Next is the Bandai Anguirus 1972. My gosh, I went through hell trying to get the 1992 release of the show Anger's last year, just for this one to come out. And I don't know if I like it more or not, but I just love the way this thing looks. It's almost the same pose, but something about it just looks really cool to me. And I understand this is from the Dream 5 set, but to my understanding, Bandai took those figures individually, tagged them, and then sold them separately so they're more widely available, so they weren't really considered exclusive to that box set anymore. And yet people were still asking like $50-$60 for this thing. Same thing to I know Kamacuras. I can understand Kamacuras because he's more of a shot at the kaiju, but Anger's, really, like, everybody has multiple Anger's in their collection. Why is this one being so expensive? And this came out a year ago, and yet I wasn't able to have anyone go down on it for me. I got this one for $60, or no, $50, and that was like a quarter of the money I had left. Kind of like a painful purchase, but it's worth it. I really love this guy. Next is the Bandai 1992 release of the Bandai Batra Larva. I've been trying to get Batra Larva for a while now. Finally got one, surprisingly, with tag 2. To my knowledge, this was the only tag Bandai 92 Batra Larva there, and I jumped on it. $125, a little expensive, because the loose one, without the tags, he was going for like 30, 40, maybe $50 maybe. If I wanted him with tag, I had to plunk down to $125 for it, and he is a little like sticky, slimy. There was a Gorosaurus that was like this 2 that I almost got. To my knowledge, it's because the figure's age, especially this one's from 92, 30 plus years ago now, so he's gonna get like some weird sticky, slimy feelings. But honestly, it's not as bad when I first got it. When I first got it, it literally left like black residue on my fingers, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm just trying to convince myself it's not so bad. It doesn't seem as bad now. And I do know there is the newer Bandai Batra Larva, but I mean, I still love Bandai and the newer figures. Not all of them are bad, but nothing beats the originals. If you compare this one to the newer release, it's not even close. I'm sorry. Next is a figure I've been trying to get for man, ever since I saw it on Monster Island Buddies videos way back in like 2010, 2011, when I was way too young to be watching those. My dad got this, I think, a few years ago. Low-key kind of jealous. Low-key thought about taking it from him if I'm looking. But nah, I want to have my own for my own collection. This is the Raimundo Toho Kong. This figure is awesome, and I didn't know there were various paints of this. My dad has a more brown paint where like the fur and the skin are relatively the same shade of brown, but you can see here the fur is a dark brown, and then the gray on the face, the boobs, and his hands and feet are more of a gray paint. Honestly, this one looks, I like this one better. It looks older, looks more vintage. Next is another figure I've been wanting to get. Damn, it's just lightning over here. Next is another figure I've been wanting to get at least 10 years. So long. And y'all know sometimes as collectors you just have to wait this long until you find the right figure for the right price, and in this case I kind of did, and I had the money too. The Bandai Godzilla 1968. I know there's like a 71 they did recently, but it's practically the same figure because it's the same design. It's the same suit. Man, I've been wanting this figure for so long. It looks so cool. And I've had the Bandai Creation one ever since they re-released a bunch of them in like 2019. I bought the 68 from like Walmart for like $13. And that's been holding me over for a while, but nothing beats this one. I love Bandai Japan figures so much. Nothing tops this one. This is just an awesome figure. I love this figure so much. I'm so glad to finally have it in my collection. And 68 is one of my favorite Showa suits. It's one of my favorite designs, period, 68 to 72. So I'm glad I finally own it. Next, again, as another figure I've wanted for so long, and again, as collectors, you just have to wait for these things until you find it in the right place for the right price. Place was G-Fest. The price originally was 100. I asked for 70. He said 75, the least. So I said, okay, bet. And I got this on Sunday. Bandai Final Wars Minya. I didn't make this as like, I didn't have this be the pedestal. Bandai Final Wars Minya. He looks so silly, so goofy. I honestly think this is my first and only Minya figure in my entire collection. I have a few like baby Godzillas, the other ones. I have the green one from Space Godzilla. I have Godzilla Jr., but I don't have a Minya. I'm not really a big Minya guy, but this figure just looks, it looks so dumb. It's so dumb, it's good in a way. And I just like this Minya figure so much. Again, I'm not even a big Minya guy. I'm not even big on the Minya design, but the way it looks in this figure, it looks so cool. I just needed to get it. Next, yet another figure I wanted for so long, and I finally got it. It's the Bandai 8-inch Godzilla Final Wars, and he barely fits in the frame. I have to zoom back a little bit. Bandai Godzilla 2004. This was a challenge, probably my biggest challenge to get in the dealer's room. I saw this figure twice for like $120. His tail right here was like, oh, his head just popped off. Gee, that's another figure that kind of has a problem. His tail right here was like really squeezed in. That one was $120. Another one I found for $100. His feet were like warped and like weird. It was just weird, and it wouldn't stand straight. It would be kind of lopsided. It was like, no way. Then I went to another vendor, Showcase that kaiju, I think, and he had this one in pretty good condition. The only thing is that his head just pops out so easily, and he had it for $65. And I'm like, bet. It's the first time I've seen this figure in good condition. He's also way less than the other messed up ones. so I'm not gonna pass up on it again. So yeah, finally got the Bandai 8-inch Final Wars in my collection. Next was a bit of an unexpected purchase. He wasn't on my list at all, but I saw him for a relatively decent price, and I saw him Friday afternoon, and I told myself Friday night, tomorrow I'm gonna see if he's still there, I'll get it, no hesitation. And I went there Saturday morning, he was still sitting there, looking good condition with his tag. He was for 100. I had about 550 at the time. I'm like, okay, there's something else I got my eye on way over there, but I still want this thing. Let me get down let me save 10 bucks. Let me get it for 90. The dude was like, yeah, sure, you only spent 10 bucks or whatever. So he probably thought I was a dumbass, but I don't care because this is a great figure. I never really gave it like the light of day until I just saw it sitting there for a good price, looking hella fine. It is the Bandai 8-inch Aggregate Destroyer. Was 100, got down to 90. I never really sought it out until he was just there looking good. I thought for 100, like an old school 8-inch tagged Bandai figure, that's pretty good. But I'm also really cheap, so I wanted to get it for less. And I did not realize this dude has so many points of articulation. Both these move, his neck moves, his head moves, and each limb or each leg, whatever you want to call it, moves. And even these smaller claws up here, they both move. So I'm very pleased that I made it out of G-Fest this year with this. All right, I'm trying to cram everything into the shot here. As Anguirus in the corner, I got everything there so far. These are like my 3 big ass purchases, both in price and size. This one is in the same vein as what I said about Aggregate Destroyer. Never really sought this one out until I saw him there looking good. He wasn't on my list for the year, but I'm glad I made it out with him. This is the Bandai 8-inch Chainsaw Gigan. He was there 180, I think, and he can stand straight like this, but if I pose his arms out like this, he just falls forward like that. So it kind of sucks. So I noticed that, and I asked the dude, hey man, can I get it for 160? He said sure. To my surprise, actually, I'm very surprised he let me go down the 8-inch Chainsaw Gigan. And again, like I said about the Batra, the new one they got out, the 6-inch one, don't got nothing on this one. Again, I'm not trying to bash Bandai. The newer figures, I know they're so much more affordable than these old ones, but like nothing beats the old ones, but like nothing does it. On this figure, the thing's about 20 years old, so it's not really that old compared to, like, you know, the other stuff I just showed off, but it's just so cool. I mean, look at this, this is just so awesome. It's just so detailed. This looks so amazing. Let me focus on the face there. Yeah, like I said, he was 160. I got him down to, no, he was 180, and I got him down to 160. And I got this Saturday too. I got this the same day as the Destroyer. I literally probably like went in a span of like a half hour maybe, because these are the 2 I was thinking about at night. I was like, okay, if they're there tomorrow, I'm gonna try to go down them and get them. All right, Gigan's gonna have to chill up there on top of Godzilla, because he will not fit anywhere else in the shot. Unlike the past 2 figures, this was the figure I had on my list, and I'm actually very surprised I actually got this figure, because I kind of forgot about it until I saw it. This was the very first thing I bought. Within like 2 minutes in the dealer's room, I got this figure for 150. I don't think I even saw this figure anywhere else, so if anyone knows, let me know. Was this the only Bandai 8-inch or 6-inch, I don't know, Deskidor in the dealer's room? Because if it was, then I got it. If it wasn't, then that's cool too. I'm glad someone else was able to get it. I know he comes with a box. I'm assuming he had a tag on him too, but I got this one loose, no box, no tag, which is fine. He's in good condition, except for the tail down here isn't really on the way, but again, that's fine. How often am I gonna pick this thing up and look at it like this, you know? I'm mostly gonna be looking at it like this. Yeah, this thing is so freaking cool, and I'm not even that big on the Rebirth and Mothra movies, probably because I only seen the crappy TriStar dubs, but I thought his figures looked amazing. I saw him sitting up there looking amazing, so of course I had to act on it. So yeah, this was the very first thing I bought this year within 2 minutes in the room. 150 just gone like that, and I have no regrets. So I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of you watching this. Every year at G-Fest, we all have that one figure where, like, if I don't make it out with this trip was for nothing, and I'm going to be very upset about this for a long time. Okay, maybe not that strongly, but you get what I'm saying. We all have that one figure on top of our list that we must get. I've had that for every G-Fest I've been to, and this year I'm glad to say that I finally got this figure after wanting it for a few years. Again, it wasn't a figure I ever really sought out until a few years ago when I got its counterpart, I'd say, without revealing it. And usually with the dealer's room, I kind of do like a loop around and then actually go start hunting down. But nah, this year I was like, this is my 4th time, so I kind of got a feel for it. I was like, nah, I'm going in there blind and just going to every vendor I see in just any random order until I find it. I found 2 of these guys not tagged. I said, hell no, I don't want you. Found one tagged, acted on it instantly. I finally got the Bandai 8-inch Kaiser Ghidorah. And I say I only won this figure after I got the counterpart because in 2023 I got the Monster X figure. And I'm like, well, damn, this Monster X is pretty good. I need the Kaiser Ghidorah. And the more I looked at it, I'm like, well, damn, this Kaiser Ghidorah looks really good. I need it. And last year, I forget who, might have been Vampire Velvet, said they sold their only one during the VIP. I never saw this figure. Never saw it there once. So this is actually my first time seeing it in person in like 3 years, which is crazy. And I got this guy for for $225. The other untagged versions were $200. This was the second thing I bought in the dealer's room. So like I said, I went in there until I wasn't gonna stop until I found it. Well, I got stopped with that desk Ghidorah because he was the first thing I bought. And like 3 minutes later, I got this. I'm so happy I got it. Sounds like I'm being extra, guys, but I'm sure y'all know what I mean. Like, we all got that figure on top of our list where if we don't make it out of it, we're gonna be very upset. This was him. This was it this year, and I finally got it. All right, guys, that's the haul. 14 figures in total. Over $1,400 spent. Again, my most expensive haul, but also a haul that I am so in love with. Just to recap, Bandai Godzilla Store 84, Bandai 8-inch Aggregate Destroyer, Bandai 92 release of Bachelor Larva, Bandai Desk Ghidorah, not exact on the scale, but I'm pretty sure it has to be 8 inches, Bandai Chainsaw Gigan way back here, Bandai Godzilla 68, Bandai Anguirus 72, Bandai Showa Baragon, the vintage one, Raimundo Kong, Bandai Iris, Bandai Final Wars Minya. Back there we got the Bandai 8-inch Godzilla Final Wars, and of course the Holy Grail Bandai 8-inch Kaiser Ghidorah. I'm gonna look at the phone so y'all can see everything. Pamphlet, the badge, and the Son of Godzilla on DVD and VHS, who just act as my my pedestals here. Let me know what y'all's hauls are and how your GFest experience was overall. Again, I loved it. I plan on going next year already. Oh, and the Hedorah back there. I didn't even point him out doing a little recap. And the Hedorah back there, he's so hidden. That's all my figures, guys. $1,400, I'd say well spent. That's all for today. I hope y'all enjoyed, and thank y'all for watching.